Did you know Texas used to be its own country? From 1836 to 1845, it was the Republic of Texas. We're talking flags, presidents, money, chaos, the whole enchilada. Then they joined the U.S., but it was much more of a fine but don't touch my brisket situation than full-on unity. Their first president was the legendary Sam Houston. War hero, big personality, and walking facial hair inspiration. He had the kind of facial hair that said, I fight battles and chop my own wood. In some portraits, he has a full beard, but in others, he's rocking mutton chops so fierce they look like they're trying to secede from his chin. Impressive. He was also known by a way cooler name than most of us will ever have, the Raven. That was his Cherokee name, given to him when he was adopted into the Cherokee Nation as a young man. He lived with them, spoke the language, wore traditional clothing. He had real cultural ties. But let me rewind for a sec, because Sam Houston's political career started in Tennessee, and then it exploded, like fell apart overnight.
In 1829, he married a woman named Eliza Ellen. 11 weeks later, she left him. No one knows why. And I mean no one. They both took the reason to their graves. There were rumors, of course, like maybe he's hard to live with. Maybe they had bad chemistry. Maybe he ate soup like it owed him money. Maybe she had never wanted to marry him. Who knows? But the truth remains a mystery. What we do know is our guy Sam was devastated. He resigned as governor of Texas and disappeared into the Arkansas Territory to live with the Cherokee again. I can totally picture it. A heartbroken former governor, rocking frontier mutton chops, going full emo in the woods under the name the Raven.
You know, I think Sam Houston walked so every melodramatic breakup rebrand could run.
Anyway, Texas gave him a 3-year term instead of the 4-year presidential term. Why 3? Because Texas, that's why. No immediate re-election allowed either, just to keep things spicy. Houston served from 1836 to 1838, stepping aside while another guy made some presidential chaos, and then returned for round 2 in 1841. He had to step aside because the Republic's Constitution did not allow back-to-back terms.
So in swoops Mirabeau Lamar, a dreamy-eyed expansionist who hated Houston's ideas. He wanted Texas to stay independent forever, and basically tried to turn the presidency into some Wild West fever dream. He moved the capital to a spot Houston despised, modern-day Austin, and launched expensive military campaigns, and managed to tank the economy faster than you can say, remember the Alamo. By 1841, Texas was baroque, surrounded by enemies, and tired of Lamar's presidential cosplay. So the people turned back to Houston like, okay, come fix this. It was basically, you can be president, but not for too long. Then, actually, come back. Turns out we need you. He was the only guy who could take a presidential sabbatical and come back like nothing ever happened.
So Houston returned for the second term and got to work slashing spending, restoring peace, and trying to get Texas into the U.S.
So, Houston returned for a second term and got to work slashing spending, restoring peace, and trying to get Texas into the U.S. He even wrote a 20,000-word takedown of Lamar's administration back in 1844 called A History of the Rise, Progress, and Termination of the Republic of Texas. Because apparently Houston didn't just hold grudges, he published them. The sentiment of the pamphlet is probably captured well enough by this quote. The extravagance of the government during his administration had nearly exhausted the resources of the country. But my favorite quote of his that I found, no man ever left the executive chair with a cleaner record or with less obligation to his country. It's basically 1844's version of, I cleaned up your mess and I'm not even mad.
Ouch. Oh, and plot twist? Sam Houston did eventually remarry. In 1840, at the age of 47, he married Margaret Lee, who was 21 at the time. Yes, a bit of an age gap, but not crazy unusual for that era. She was devoutly religious, shy, and almost the complete opposite of Houston. But it worked out, apparently. She kept him grounded, got him to quit drinking, mostly, and they had 8 children together. 8 children! With Margaret by his side, the Raven got his groove back, and he flew right back into politics, serving as president of Texas again, then U.S. Senator once Texas rejoined the Union, and finally as governor of Texas in the 1850s.
As governor, he refused to swear loyalty to the Confederacy when Texas seceded from the Union in 1861 and was booted from office for it. He said, I love Texas too well to bring civil strife and bloodshed upon her, and then he just walked away.
To sum up, heartbreak, beard, exile, rebirth, 8 kids, dramatic principles, and a retirement fueled by pure conviction. When is someone going to make this movie?
Yes, I would watch it so much.
That movie sounds amazing.
It's pretty incredible.
It's pretty great, right? Also, maybe I'm ignorant. I did go to public school, but I had never heard of Sam Houston. Or if I did, I don't remember it.
Or if I heard about him, I didn't care.
No one fucking cared about him.
And like, in the movie like this, in the opening credits, it would be, like, dark, and there would be, like, little raven animations around.
You'd get the title, like the name of
Yes.
the movie, and then that would explode like birds.
Yes.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of fun raven-y stuff you could do.
Ravens are pretty smart, too.
They're so smart.
They remember people.
I know.
Much like Sam Houston.
Raven.